Number 33.
Hello, and welcome. Do we need to duct tape Old and Surly in? Oh, there comes the Canadian. He was going to make a grand entrance tonight. He already warned us. So hello, how are you, sir?
Good.
Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining Old Gray Bricks. I am your host with terrible internet. So my internet's not working. It's going to be wonky tonight. So I may be in and out. But let me just, while I have it, I need to tell y'all, I may have scored the best Lego score ever in my career, and here it is.
Man,
$2 a piece.
Damn.
that is just crazy.
Full box. So I've got to just double check to make sure it is, like all individuals and everything like it is. But and I'm not that guy, so don't be complaining, all twos of you in the chat, that I'm that guy. This store had already sold the two big racks of them and sold those out. This was sitting behind the glass with a big tag. Walmart has new tags coming out with QR codes. It has the price and the QR for you to scan. $2. So I finally got the guy to the glass, and he goes, "How many you want?" I said, "Yes," and just said, "Is it okay to take the box?" He said, "Yes," and I accidentally checking out said to the lady, "There's 18 in the box," because I counted the top just before. She went, "How many?" I went, "Oh no, 36. I'm sorry," but anyway, $2 piece.
All the Legos.
All the Legos. All right. So now I'm like, I don't know what this is like being a bulldog when you finally catch a car tire. I don't know what to do with it, right? So
pretty clearly you need to build a big mock.
Yeah, there's some awesome pieces of that.
You're gonna go all castle on us now. I can totally
no, I have the ones of these that I pretty much want. So
Space
this
Castle.
may be vacation money, right? Anyway. Old and Surly, you hadn't been with us in a minute. How are things going?
Well, to quote the great philosopher LL Cool J, "Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years."
It's a bit of a stretch with the great philosopher, but
Yeah, okay. Well, that's probably about the extent of my philosophy study. So I guess I'll leave it at that. How about that? Yeah, it's been some hectic weeks lately. I've been trying to lurk in the chats whenever I could, but I was on the road and really couldn't break free like I hoped for. So I'm glad to be back. I got a horrible backlog as always. I did pick up a few things like the Jedi Bob Starfighter and a few odds and ends here or there. Amazon had a really good sale on yesterday that I had to exhibit a lot of self-control that I didn't end up picking stuff up. I was kind of surprised. They had some 20-30% plus percent off stuff on the Amazon site there, some of the bigger ones too.
I spent some money there today.
Okay, it makes me feel better. Took it. One thing that I did put together, which I thought was funny, is I took the dark side trip, and my wife picked up some fake Fegos. So I don't think Lego will ever make Freddy and Jason brickheads. So I figured it was good for the season. I kind of really wish they would, though, to be honest with you. I mean, I really think that they're missing some markets if they would just forego some of their what's the word I'm looking for? Intermittent policies on what they will and will not build. So,
are you saying you want them to sell out?
They're there in all but name. I mean, come on, if you have a crossbow and a castle, it's still a weapon technically. I mean, I know it's not a modern weapon, but at the time it was modern. Or you know, you have a. I don't know. I'm just griping. I'm officially old. I guess I am now griping because my Legos don't have the right themes anymore. What happened? Why aren't they
Your name
tobacco?
is correct, old and surly.
Yeah.
That's what we do here.
Where did you travel? Did you any place cool and interesting, or just not very?
Oh yeah, to scenic Norfolk, Virginia. You know,
Yeah, I've been there. It's not that.
best thing you can pick up there is probably dysentery.
You get that free with ticket purchase. You get this.
Yeah, there's one Mongolian barbecue place there. It looks like you are just begging for some type of communicable disease from the outside. But by gosh, if I don't make myself go there every chance I get just to roll the dice.
You're supposed to get that on the way to Oregon.
Yeah, I kind of want to play Oregon Trail, actually.
It saves a few miles, but you get the same effect. You end up face down in a stream somewhere in sunny Virginia.
My Wi-Fi may reboot, so I'm just gonna sit here. Y'all just continue to talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, so the Amazon sale that you mentioned, I wouldn't have known about it, but somebody posted on the Bricks and Beer Discord, and I hopped on over, and I was like, "Oh, the indoor forest chase, speeder bike chase." I had that on my want list, and I had not purchased it. And the local Lego store had one sitting there that was like 20% off, but Amazon had it like 45% off, and I was like, "Click, add to cart."
Yeah, I know that one. The Emperor's Diorama. They had some surprisingly wide array of things. Everything from Lego City to Star Wars to, I mean, just about every big theme had something in there.
And one of them, like the crab set, where that thing just came out pretty recently. Like I was like, I can't believe this thing's marked down 45%. It seemed awfully recent, but maybe I just.
That's true, and it was such a weird time frame. It's not like we're close to Black Friday yet. We've already done our Amazon Prime days.
Well, there's more Prime coming up in 2 days. More Prime days, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Sometimes they do the discounts to compete with whatever Target and Walmart are doing. So if one of them puts stuff on sale, then Amazon a lot of times will try to match.
Oh, that's
Great. Now I need to go check Target's website.
You might, yeah.
Get that extra 5% Target card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I have the Amazon card, so I get the 5% off. So one way or the other.
They get your money.
Very, very true. Uh-oh. Jeff, were you saying something? We couldn't. You look like you were saying something. Were you on mute or? Oh,
There's a hand next to me that some of you may have talked to in the past in chats per se.
Hey, Janie.
No, I'm at home. Janie's in the States. She's not allowed to travel. It's
forgot
another person that I consider a sister,
Oh, well, I have talked to her then.
which is my sister. She's I drove back from Canada or from the States today, and my sister's got the week off, so she decided to come for a visit as well. So,
oh man.
so
You're not putting her to work sorting bricks, are you? You letting her build something?
she's rebuilding the Snow White castle or Snow White's house.
Oh,
I
nice.
kinda dropped it. She dropped it.
Is she gonna come down to Bricks in the 6 so we can meet in person?
I've asked her to, but we'll have to see how this timing is with her work because she works nights and
I
she
understand.
usually works most of the weekend. So
And my daughter's getting married in February, so I got to watch my days off.
that too.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I was gonna advise you just to skip the wedding and come to Bricks. In the
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't think that'll go over too well.
The wedding is the weekend after I come back, or after the weekend after Atlanta BrickCon. So I'm basically going to come back on the Tuesday. Hey, Chris, come back on the Tuesday, stay 2 days or so at my house, and then drive out to Sudbury, which is like 4 hours north in February, which will be interesting.
Where do you normally cross at? Which
when I'm well today I crossed like just at the end of Lake Ontario, so on the east end of the lake. When I'm coming up from Atlanta Brick Co. or going to Chicago, I'll cross like Detroit or Windsor, or sorry, Detroit or Buffalo, depending on what route's best for that time.
You know, it's been a hot minute since I've been up there. Is it still? Do you have to have a passport now to go cross back?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Man,
mandatory. So
wow.
I made that mistake in 2002. I went up to Detroit to watch the Stanley Cup Finals, and I was like, "Well, I'm just going to go over to Windsor and buy some hockey equipment." And it wasn't the Canadians that gave me a problem; it was the Americans when I came back. And they read me the Riot Act, and I said, "I grew up in Michigan. You could cross with your." They said, "Not anymore. Post 9/11, you better have a passport if you want to get back in."
Holy Toledo.
We'll let you out, but we won't let you back.
That's right. The Canadians will take you with the driver's license, but we will take you back into America.
yeah, we don't allow that anymore either, though.
Oops, sorry.
While I was at Janie's, I brought a bunch of tree parts and we started designing newer style trees,
Oh,
trying to get some actual branch work going. Yeah, more angled branches like a real tree. So we got that one, and then this one, which has lost a few limbs, but just using that bigger
Nice.
green limb.
those are nice. I like those.
So I at this point, this is a far ignore the hose up top. Obviously I have to rebuild this, but this one basically used about 50 of the leaves and I've run out now.
Wait,
So,
did you say that was a hose in the top of
Yes.
that? Hoser.
Hoser.
Yes. Damn right.
Damn right, Hoser.
You need to put a Canadian flag on that hose and just own it.
Yeah, that's the other one as well. So and now my sister's putting down the trees from the A-frame cabin set, which everybody's seen. But
Those are nice.
I did do some shopping though when I was in the States, and since I'm on the screen, I might as well. I
I
bought
didn't know
7.
she was there. Hello.
Oh yeah, she's that's her arms. Chris said hi.
Oh, hi.
I hit every Walmart between my house and Utica and back. Well, not everyone from my house. Sorry, crossing the border, I hit everyone from the border to Utica and back. So I hit 6 or 7 different Walmarts. Ended up with 7 of the Dragonborns.
Nice.
But all those were all those I found in Utica or on my way back. I cleaned out one Walmart, had 5 of them. And on the way down, I stopped at a Target and they had nothing. I stopped at 2 Walmarts and one of the Walmarts had a whole shelf full, scanned every single one. Someone had gone through and taken all of those Dragonborns out of there. So I was like, okay, fine. I did stop at the Lego store and I bought a box of Pick-a-Brick for the green figs. And I bought a couple of the boxes for the space guys and some helmets. And I also got the New York. I had to get so yeah, like I said, a box of green plate. I'm not going to open that up because you guys know what green plate looks like.
But
But
not
like-
your box. What does your box of green plate look like?
The Lego store was clearing out the old wreath for $23.99 US. I think that's about a $50 set. So I'm like, oh, that's a decent price. And I took the last one on the shelf and then I turned around and looked back and there were 2 more sitting there. So they obviously have a good stock. I'm assuming they kept some back from the previous year because they figured they'd be selling them. And now that the new set's coming out soon, I'm assuming that's why they're clearing them out. And then just on my way back, I found a set on clearance at Walmart, 45 US set, the Devourer, for $17.50. So like what, 30 or 66% off.
Nice.
So I grabbed all 4 because I figured, my store can use more stock.
Parts is parts.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but I grabbed like 4 of those. So, but that was about it. Other than hanging out with Janie and stuff and having a good weekend, it was fun. So,
All right.
Cool.
By the way, I have scanned all this entire box, and it is an absolutely clean box. This box was not touched. So I've got 3 full sets of the D&D right
can you
here.
confirm that the Paladins are in the bottom layer, the top right side or left side?
The back left, yes, on the bottom.
Okay, just for everybody that is looking for them, because I didn't know that information, and like the store that I found the 5 at, there was a box sitting there that was half emptied, and then there was a bunch sitting on the side. So I scanned the whole top row of what was left, and And then I lifted the flap, and there was like a couple missing, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to find any. And sure enough, that whole bottom half of the box hadn't really been touched, other than someone taking like one of them out. So,
Which is
So-
interesting.
Go
Sometimes,
ahead.
I've walked into a couple of stores where there has obviously been some pilfering done.
Yeah.
Like the first few, like you can tell there's some, but yet it's not that they've pilfered. They've just taken some.
yeah, they just taken random ones from
They just
different
take
parts of the
random
box.
ones because when I lift off and drop take out the top shelf and go
Yeah.
down to the bottom is exactly not been touched at all. All the figures are exactly in the right order. So strange that happens.
Well, it's strange to me from a marketing perspective, although you can't do that here because these are all behind glass now, but
Well,
if mom goes to the store or kid wants them, he's going to grab the first 3 in the box. Well, guess what he gets? He gets 3 of a kind, right? It seems odd to me. You figure they could shuffle those in there. I'm sure it's a production thing and an efficiency thing. But to me, it would make more sense to jumble them in there. So it would make it a little more challenging because once you know where they are in the box, you can go grab them. But for the kid grabbing them, he's just going to get those. Now, if your Walmart restocks them in the shelves or dumps them in a bin, it's all, shot anyway. So whatever.
Well, that's a production thing, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. But it would, some people say they did not get 3 full sets from Vox. I wonder, A, if it had been shuffled and messed with, or did they miss? I don't know. But this one is completely.
Well, when I got my Vox of my Space CMFs, it was not a complete case. It was, I had 4 of one and 2 of another, and it was a factory sealed box. I mean, it wasn't that somebody had come in. And what was also weird is that they weren't in order, so it was really weird. So it was like one of those really, really random boxes.
Yeah, maybe so. Waxbot wants to know: did you steal all the U.S. Paladins, Jeff?
At least in upstate New York, yes. But there was something I was going to say about that, but I forget what it was. So,
What is that,
Took
Mark?
their paladins.
It's one of those little pieces that's like I have one. I have this one. Where am I supposed to put this? I don't know.
I have 3, so if you want to, you can just give me 1, and then I'll have 4.
I'm going through I went through this whole tray. The last 6 months of like extra little pieces were in this tray, and I've been going through, and I have one of these. One. I was like, where do I put this so that I can find it again?
You put it in a little bag that you have that says for Dana.
for the record,
No.
that little tray,
No,
I went to Harbor Freight on my way down into the States. They no longer sell that little tray.
I already have a bag over here that has your name on it.
Put it in that bag. Just put that piece in the bag.
That
Yep.
that piece looks perfect for swallowing right there. That's a good eating piece.
That's right. By the way, Jeff is correct. I went to go get a couple more of these, and they're out.
Well, then I'm glad I bought 4 when I bought them.
Right. I had to do what, Mark? Find one of those old globes, the little light cover globes in yellow, and make you a little black drawn saucer, and make a micro build with the
I don't know if I have one of those, but I'll look.
good deal. Rich, you're here. You met a mutual friend. You met a friend of mine, Michael, the other day. Is that correct? Do you remember him, Michael Schaefer?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I do. He said
Sure,
you
yeah,
had recommended
sure,
him.
sure. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
ticket.
Yeah, no, he's he's a
Very
youth
convincing.
pastor, just like
Very-
you.
Very convincing.
Yeah,
He's a
He-
youth pastor.
I'll be honest with you. He sent me a message. He goes, "Do you know a guy named Rich that owns a Lego store here?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's a cool old hippie. You'll like to meet him. He's great." So he came back with, "He's a nice guy," and you're correct.
Yeah, he goes what, Mountville or something like that.
Sure, up there.
Sure, whatever. Sure. Yeah. I'm starting to the tendrils are starting to grasp other people from other places and other things, and mutual connections are happening.
Okay, this got
Like,
disturbing. Continue.
Tendrils, yes.
Tendrils, like
Invasion of the
brain
body.
nerves, brain cells connecting.
Synapses.
Yeah. Synapses, all that stuff. Yeah. Things are happening.
Don't bring your hentai fascinations into this.
What?
Please.
So
Hey, at least one
I've
person
had
got that
a I've had a very non-productive week per se last week. The only thing I was able to manage to do was to make 2 of these cars. I don't know if you can see that very well.
Is that a horse train? That is a horse train.
It's a horse stockade and a cow stockade. Moose
Move.
for my Lone Ranger train because with the Power Functions motor, it goes too damn fast.
Gotta slow that thing down.
Yeah. So how many people want to guess how many of these I broke while tenderly assembling this? You wish.
I do wish.
Yes. You put them on and go.
Yeah.
And it's a horrible thing. Horrible
Snap,
thing.
crackle, pop into your morning.
Yes.
Brittle brown.
Brittle Brown. It was sad, but it had to be done to the aesthetic. So yeah, I figured a horse carrier stockade car would be good for the old Lone Ranger train, and hey, why not make a cow carrier too? Because they're going to market. They're going to market. Look at that lovely side of beef there.
You know how many people don't realize that little nursery rhyme, this little piggy, that going to market doesn't mean going to shopping?
No,
Yeah,
it does
I
not.
don't know why he had roast beef. Was he like on a combo sandwich, or is that I don't know.
Arby's, we've got the meats.
They do. They've
I
got the
definitely
meats.
smell
They
a pork
sure do.
product of some kind. Definitely smell a pork product.
Yeah, I thought about making a third one and putting all my pigs in it, but that's another day.
I think now you have to.
What about you? Got to put
Thanks,
your
Dana.
goats in for the somebody the Euro butcher shop to get all the.
I still only have 2 goats, and it's from the original mill set. I never got goats from the CMFs. Sad.
Did the price on those original goats go way down after the others?
That's what I've heard. I'm doing a little bit of a commission for someone that we may all know, and this one's mint sealed in box.
Ooh.
Pretty.
Yeah, I know. We'll see what happens in a couple weeks. See how quickly it goes off my shelf. Whoosh.
I'm sure as we get closer to Christmas, it probably will.
Yes, I'm almost certain of that. So that's my exciting week. Woo! I'm actually going through. I'm going through some sets now to get them on the shelf for the same person. I'm pretty sure they're all complete, but so they need to be massaged a little bit to make sure they're right and easily assembled.
Who had Rich would use the word tendrils and massage in the same conversation? Anybody have that on the
bingo?
No,
I did not.
Is that massage beef going to be Wagyu beef?
It could be. It's definitely East Angus.
Not an Angus McLean, though. No. Which, by the way, he must be having some serious free time and still not back in his job because he's been posting some very cool things on Instagram again.
Yep. The little red and yellow switch, I didn't get it, but it was still cool, right?
Yeah.
It was...
Maybe he decided to take some personal time, which, good for him.
Well, and you know what? Good for him, but at the same time, stop putting out such cool shit.
He is rather creative and well versed in the Lego for sure.
We need the Grandpa Simpson old man yells at cloud. We need that to put up.
I think we've been needing to reference that more and more and more and more.
Oh, I have it right here. Look, here it is. There it is. I got
Yeah, go ahead. I actually didn't even need to turn around and know what was going on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen that image, so
Yeah,
That's
I don't
why I
have.
took off for a month and a half.
Uh,
Give the people some time.
that's right. We're gonna keep that comedy fresh. No, I don't have it. That'll be an addition here soon. So, Captain Xavier, man, it's been a minute. How are you doing? Maybe
I'm
last
good.
week. Remember?
No, I wasn't there last week. I don't remember where I was, what I was doing. Something. Job interview. That's what it was. I've been army building as per spec. These are all the figs that I acquired from BrickCon. And I'm slowly getting them all parted out. I'm still missing helmets for one faction. That it turned out Lego never made that helmet in the color that I'm looking for. So I've had to go elsewhere. I have also acquired many of the Dungeons and Dragons figs, as I'm a huge fan of Dungeons and Dragons, and it's castle based for the army building. So I've been figuring out which factions to put which D&D characters and how to mix and match them and
Figuring.
all of that. I have acquired a fair number of the paladins and have done things with them.
I don't.
Things with them.
Yeah. I was able to make 2 figs out of each one because the torso underneath is a perfectly good torso.
Yep.
Use the breastplate on a different one, throw on helmets. I got lots of helmets. So was able to double my fig count out of that. Similar to the little girl knight. I was able to get 3 figs out of each of those sometimes.
She had an insane amount of parts that came with her.
Right?
Yeah.
Extra sword, extra stuff. It was great. Yeah.
Hey, do you follow our friend Rich Intense on the Instas or anything like that?
Probably not.
Because let me share it. He started a new faction for his castle armies with paladin parts. I'm sure he split them into 2. Hang on, let me get there.
Yeah, you absolutely should be following him because he builds amazing castle stuff.
Yeah, he does.
And
There it
his Lego room is to die for.
Yes, it is. Especially if you're a castle guy.
What do we got? What are we looking at?
So he made.
You know what the thing about Rich's Lego room though is he? I think he only buys parts just to build with.
Yep.
He doesn't have like the spare parts that we do to build new things with. He only buys what he needs to build, and that's it.
What the heck is that about?
He sells off the rest. Yeah. That's the engineer, I guess. But yeah,
he's a man who knows what he's about.
Yeah, hang on. Let me go and show you. Let me scroll back. He's making a dwarf dungeon in his castle here.
I think that's going to be an entire dwarf mountain, like he's building.
Yeah, there's a freaking minecart track in there.
Is that a dwarf mountain? It's just like a hill.
He's building Erebor.
Let's see if I can find an external. Yeah, here's just like a quarter of his, castle-y build.
I do follow this one. Something that looks familiar.
Intense bricks.
Yeah, he sometimes shows up in our chat.
Yeah,
He hasn't heard his ears ringing at the moment.
Is he the one who built the gray and red castle?
Yeah.
Yes. You mean?
Yeah.
That.
What faction is that? Was that like the Fright Knights, or something like that?
I think so.
It was a Fright Night castle, yeah. Or at least that's what he had at Atlanta BrickCon.
My Fright Night faction is getting surprisingly large. I wasn't expecting it to grow as quickly as it did, but
that's what she said.
Well, you leave them in a room. Breed like rabbits. Anyway, this was Atlanta BrickCon castle right there. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which I think he can then snap it back into his room layout. Here is current room layout. This is where he's adding more.
Yeah.
I wish I had a room that big just for my.
And the funny thing is that they're refinishing the basement so he can move that downstairs.
Yeah, I want film at 11 when that starts to happen because it is massive what he's got going on here.
Well,
Anyway,
the theory has
Rich is a
been
good
that he
guy,
would-
super good guy.
the theory has been that he wants to be able to take it to a show someday. That's the theory. Now, how logistically he would do it, no idea.
He can't.
He might be the guy that could take New Hashima down. You know what I'm saying? With that castle layout,
by himself,
you know.
by himself. Because the reality is, if he rents himself a semi-tractor trailer, he can do it.
Sure, he can do it, but how's he going to set it up in 2 days? He's not.
Because he would
You're
probably just forklift the whole thing.
You're talking
It's
about
modular. He built it modularly. Those
Yeah.
little cubes are
And-
448s or whatever. I don't know how he would do it, but he works as an engineer for the airlines for one of the major airlines in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Guy got a plan and a backup, and he got it. So
He would probably relish the challenge of just figuring out how to transport it all over in one day and being able to pull it off.
Although he's probably watching this later and going, guys, no, it's not going to.
yeah, I'll get a thing, a notification where he's left a message on the thing. He's like, nope.
Well, anyway, Captain, you should come visit us down here, and you can sleep out in the yard, and we'll take you to see Rich.
I've been to Georgia once. That was one time too many.
Oh, I don't live there anymore. It's fine.
I mean, I'm not a native, and I can live here 365 days of the year. You can come back again.
Yeah, but
We
I
air
suspect there's a
conditioning.
reason you're all so curmudgeon-y.
Because they're old.
That's because we're old.
I've been to the South a number of times, and I understand why they're all angry all the time.
There's something in the
I had to
water.
live down there too.
No, during
No,
COVID, I got toilet paper from Aldi, which is German, and I know why the Germans are a bitter and gritty
Yeah.
people.
Gritty. Gritty.
Gritty.
The second day
Gritty.
of fall, and it was 90.
Oh me!
Now,
All
the
right.
one time I was there, it was 98 degrees, 98% humidity, and we were running around in tack gear hunting zombies on a college
Yeah,
campus.
but, you come in February when it's cool and you
Oh,
hang
yeah,
out inside for Lego.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I might be able to be talked into, but I ain't going down there in July again. That just ain't
No,
happening.
no.
We
I
don't
don't even
leave-
recommend that to people I don't like.
No.
We don't leave our houses in July. I mean,
Yeah,
come
that's
on.
right. Summer is our winter. We just stay indoors and not talk to people and
Yeah.
bundle, whatever. So,
We
We go
started.
outside in the wintertime.
what was that, Mark?
We started this show in the summer.
That's right. I ain't going outside.
It still feels like they're still doing that same show from 4 years later.
That's right. Has it been 4 years? That's scary.
Yeah, because it was during COVID.
Yeah, it was. We'll have to find that anniversary. All right, Mr. Steve Pulda. Steve, there. I was nice. I didn't.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's up? How
True
are you?
friend. A true friend. Well, I wasn't on last week. I was sick. I actually went to Bricks and Minifigs, and first time dug in the tables. I spent like 3.5 hours digging in the big bulk thing just to find like a bag that was like this big, like this.
And that's how you got sick?
No, I think I was sick before that.
You're not supposed to lick the parts in the.
And you're supposed to double sanitize when you leave.
I was
and then
making
sanitize
sure
again.
I
and then
wasn't
sanitize
touching
again.
my face. I wasn't touching my face when I was doing it, and I washed my hands before I left. Like I'm pretty sure I was sick before that.
You drive home with your elbows on the wheel. You just don't touch anything. Yeah.
Oh, no, I still keep hand sanitizer in the car just for when I go into Bricks and Minifigures. That's all.
Yeah. But I don't think I'm ever gonna do that again. I was so tired after I was done. My hands were like super dry. Like I thought
Right.
it was dirt, but it's just my hands were dry. Like that was an experience.
It was a dry heat.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
Yeah.
But I managed to get a bunch of pieces for what I'm working on. And it figures like I get that bag, I order a bunch of stuff from Lego, and I forget to purchase one of the pieces that I needed. I was going to make air conditioning, little air conditioners for my windows, and forgot to order those. So I ended up breaking into, well, here's my air conditioner. It's so cool.
Fancy.
I ended up breaking into this dream set which is pretty cool, I guess.
It's
But,
a good parts pack too.
Yeah, just for the four tiles, it's 4 pieces. Yes. It was
So,
the,
so this is a level of Lego addiction you've
yes,
hit.
this piece just to
You
get
got-
4 of these.
Yeah, you've hit Lego addiction where you have the new set or a set you bought at clearance or a discount, and you've cracked open and got a couple pieces out of the bags. Now the
Yep.
bags stay in the open box in the corner of the room, right?
Well, I actually did build it,
Oh, okay, good.
but I did not put the stickers on. So this is what the let me get the name of the this is what the Mr. Oz's space bus looks like without stickers.
Still very cool.
The one cool thing about this was the way that they did the front. I just
Mhm.
like how these line up really nice.
We have been ogling that for months.
Mhm. So I will take it apart eventually because I need those 4 pieces. But just the switchability, I don't know. Like, I don't know how you determine switchability, but there's no really good spot to grab it. So I feel like that the swooshability factor is kind of low on this one. It's almost like a 2-handed swoosh. It's just like the bottom is so triangular. There's really nowhere to
It
grab.
requires 2 hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Swooshability is maybe like a 6 out of 10. I don't know.
It's a little too heavy for you.
Yeah, it's
Scrolling
just
down to the
awkward. It's just
inappropriate
awkward to
button.
grab onto. So
But that's why you need 2 hands. I
Yeah.
understand.
yeah. But that's really about it. I mean, I did get my building that I'm currently working on halfway done. So now I'm like going through and breaking it apart and trying to replace it with the pieces that are the right color. So that's
All right. I gotta ask you a question. Now, you know, you're still burgeoning into the adult fan. Have you stolen pieces off of one mock to work on another mock? Have you done that yet? That is a stage you've got to get to.
I usually just break stuff apart and like sort it. I don't really. No, I
Okay.
have not gone from mock to mock. We have not had like the what's it called in Star Trek? The Trill transplant. I haven't had a Trill transplant yet. So, like five people get that, maybe.
I got it. I got it. I
You
got
gotta
it.
push your glasses up when you say that.
The Trill
Right.
transport.
That's right. Well, obviously,
Curzon to Jadzia and Jadzia to Ezri. Yeah. Sorry.
Good pull. Good pull.
good. Very good. Good. All right. Let's we haven't checked in on Jeff. He is arguing with his sibling, I believe. Are y'all arguing?
Argue.
I'm unmuted now. We don't argue, she said. No, we were just talking about trees.
Nice.
I will give you a further update because I did already give an update while Chris was rebooting his Wi-Fi.
Okay. I'm sorry. I
I
missed
did get this set as well at the Walmart in the States.
$50, not a bad deal.
it.
Yeah, $50 for what is it, like 70 or 80 or $90 worth of sets?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not as good as it's on par with the Batman set because the Batman set you get a $50 set in the $50 3-pack.
Yeah, I think the Yoda's fighter is $50, right?
No, he's not. Actually, it's a 30 and a 30, I think. And
You got a
then
30,
the
30, and a
smaller one-
20.
Oh, sorry, that was 50 Canadian. When I was looking it up, I just realized I was looking it up on the
Yeah.
Canadian site.
Get your system, get your discount.
Canadians.
I am.
Suckers.
But beyond that, nothing's happened in the past 20 minutes since you guys have all talked.
Okay, I
Move
missed that
along.
part.
There's nothing to see here.
I will say that the Batman deal is sold out online. I haven't checked lately, but the Walmart I was in and got these minifigs for such a great deal had that combo pack of Batman on the shelf.
Wow.
And everyone was strapped with the protection thing or whatever, because that one can get yanked pretty quick. I bet because it sold so well online. They're like, this is popular. We gotta put a band on this and not let anybody walk out with it. So
I actually
But
just
the-
think that your Walmart is afraid of people because my Walmart still doesn't have any glass cases. Everything's still open. Hardly anything's banded. I don't know.
Let's look up the average income in his zip code.
well, there's a lot of different neighborhoods that I can go to around here with different varying levels of that sort of thing. Let's just say. So
It's not like you're gonna burglar someone. There's many neighborhoods I can go to and find that set. So
right. That's right. All right, Mr. Mark, what's your update today?
I don't really have a whole lot of Lego news today. I did manage to sort that whole tray. It's empty now. And otherwise, I haven't done a whole lot of Lego in the last week. I ordered off of Amazon this morning when people were talking about stuff on sale. I grabbed a couple of the little space mech, city space worker dude mech, and I grabbed the Mandalorian spider mech thingy. That looks like it has a lot of good parts in it. I'm not even sure if I'm going to build it. I might just sort the parts. And it comes with a Bo-Katan figure that I can put up there with my Mando stuff. So,
Right here.
yeah, it does look kind of cool. I might build it for fun and then sort it for parts, but
It's a worthy build. I just recently took mine apart to put in storage, and I had forgotten how cool it was. So I would give it a build. There's some good techniques in it.
And that space mech, I put 3 in my cart this morning, and I didn't pull the trigger on it. So I went back. I was like, maybe I'll pull the trigger. I'll get them for $5.99, but I'll get them late October. So
yeah, when I ordered them, it says something like it's got a delay of a week or 2 on there or something. But whatever.
And I bet you don't get them. When Amazon will super dump a price like that, and they oversell it, and then you won't get it. So I hope you do, but
I mean, it's okay. If I don't, I don't. But anyway, not much other Lego news for me, and I got to duck out a little bit early this evening, so I'll just say bye right now while I'm yapping. So, bye everybody.
Bye, future Mark.
he thinks he's leaving, but he's staying. So
I'll see you next week.
All right, see you, man. All right. Oh, he did leave. Now we can talk about him. All right, Dana, what's going on? I haven't talked to Matt. Matt's going to be our coup de grace today. So.
Oh, Matt's going to be the last, the coup de grace.
So while the show started, I got an email.
Or not.
The minor league baseball website had a sale, so I was scrolling through shopping for any important hats that might be needed. But I've got a couple in my cart. But got a couple of bricks and pieces order in. I ordered some of these the big flat tiles. I got a couple different colors. It's a pretty small order. The rest of the order, these were best sellers, and I got 2 of the sharks. Hang on.
Sharks.
So we got some sharks on bricks and pieces. I've been building everybody's favorite set.
Ooh, Rivendell.
Hotel.
Yes, it's the hotel. Exactly. No, it's Rivendell. There's a lot of snot work on this particular set, and a lot of very complicated sideways building. One of the things that I got a kick out of is this: when you're building this piece, this archway. So this part isn't supported underneath, and it just has a 1x2 plate. And when you lower it into place, the only thing that holds it in place are these tiles. So it doesn't have an attachment on the bottom. It's just kind of like hanging there in the air. And then you do another set of tiles on the backside to give it stability front and back. And then eventually you put a brick across the top. So it does have a support from above, but it literally just hangs there in the crown of the arch, which I thought that was kind of clever. They use a lot of these leaf pieces here, where you sort of turn them at angle to give it a nice little foliage touch. So I'm having fun. I'm on the last of the 3 bags and lots of minifigs. The other 2 portions comes in 3 elements that you snap together like a modular build. So that's what I've been working on. Today's hat. So I went to the dentist, and I'm wearing my Bearded Builders Guild, and the woman behind the counter, she said, "Oh, do you like Lego?" And I was like, "Yes." Well, she's a middle-aged woman who also likes Lego, and so she ended up asking my advice about reselling some sets and whatnot, and so that was kind of interesting. As I may have described in the previous show, I was in the hospital with my foot infection, and then my husband had his gallbladder out. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe we're done for the month.
Uh-oh.
Nobody went to the hospital, but Friday I'm flossing after eating a meal, popped the crown off of one of my teeth, and I'm like, well, it's a good thing I was already going to the dentist on Monday. So I had my crown in a little Ziploc bag, and she's like, yeah, we're gonna need to get one that fits you better than that. So but the good news was that they just kind of like put some temporary glue on it and pushed it back in there. And I said, can we at least push this out to January when I can put more money in my health savings account? Because I've spent all of the money in my health savings account. So when it rains, it pours. Let's see what else. I got some lights.
You should have taken a 1x1 brick in there and go, can you just put this in there instead? You know,
I got some lights in from Adafruit, but I haven't opened them up, tried to put them together just yet. So, you know, that's I'll be working on that. But the other thing, I was playing around working with the new Hashima, and I got this idea of maybe using the ramp parts, the trans.
Oh, that's cool.
Ramp parts. And so I actually ordered some more of this curve. So it comes in the translucent orange, and it also comes in the translucent green. And so I found a seller on Bricklink who apparently just really wanted to get rid of them. And so they had each of the parts were like by far the cheapest anywhere in the United States. And I was like, click, add to cart. And so that's on its way. And I don't know if that's what I'll ultimately do with the pieces, but you know, it's the kind of thing where you can kind of do something crazy because it's supposed to be futuristic and dystopian and whatever, imaginative. So I don't know. That's about it, I think.
I too got a cube. I got this Meredith. I got one.
Nice.
So I'm going to be building for new Hashima as well. I am seriously considering maybe only doing this module and maybe something else, and that's all I will take to Atlanta. It's just so I can spend more time with people. So
yeah. Are you in the Midtown section or the industrial section or on the civil defense section?
I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, I have not kept up in Discord. Meredith has been very gracious to kind of, you know, keep going. Hey, do you want to do it? And I'm like, yeah. And so anyway.
You might want to ask because if you're in certain parts, you only have to like decorate two sides of it. Because you know the other two corners are in the tower block, and there are other sections where you might have to do three sides, and the other side's gonna basically attach. So it does make a difference because I was originally assuming I would do three of the sides, but my cubes are on a corner, so I'm just doing two sides of the cubes. The other two sides will be joining other buildings. So
yep. I'll figure all that out. So I'm excited to do it. And it'll be a fun project that I can do along and while I'm still working in here getting everything unpacked. So which has been slow. We've been pretty busy. So
the other thing I want to give a shout out to Yvonne. So you've only seen pictures of her hands, but we have pictures made by her hands at our house. So she was very, very generous, and I think we unboxed it on Jeff's show, but she made some drawings of our two kittens and sent them down earlier this year, along with an extensive collection of different flavored Oreos, which I think all of those Oreos have been eaten at this point. So we actually went through and ate them all.
For the record, she went upstairs and she can't hear any of this, so you don't have to suck it.
Then in that case,
because he hates Oreos.
Clearly, I wasted my breath. You'll have to tell her to go back.
Well,
and
she'll be back down in a bit. She just went to go for a break, but stay on afterwards, Matt, and she wants to talk to you anyhow. So,
all right.
These a little bit more. All right, Dana, what's going on?
Nothing.
Great. We'll end at 10 till, and
no, I got a little bit I can talk about.
Now he says no, and then he's gonna have like 30 minutes of mock.
Wasn't there
20 minutes later?
Wasn't there a new baby space instruction that came out this week?
New baby space instruction came out last week, which was volume 4. So that's up on Rebrickable. Not that anybody has purchased volume 4, but volume 1 has done well. So that's all I care. I did, however, I think I showed this last week. I did do the little imposter alien because I got his shoulder piece that I was missing that came in one freaking Star Wars Christmas advent calendar. Yeah, they're not expensive, but they're just not plentiful unless you want to buy them from somebody who wants to sell you for $1.25 a piece. No, or get them all the way from Germany or someplace like that. But I had enough requests for this little guy that I actually today during a conference call, I went ahead and made instructions for him, and I will be posting those free on Rebrickable whenever they approve it sometime tonight because it's out of the UK or something like that. So his instructions will be up available soon.
Cool.
And then while I was working this weekend, for whatever reason, I ran across Frenzy. You know the Frenzy. You know Frenzy from Space Police 3, the dude with the 4 green arms.
Yes.
Yeah. And it dawned on me that he looks just like Tars from John Carter, Warlord of Mars. So I had to go ahead and make my own Deja Thoris, John Carter, and Tars while I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning for a work call. That's still just not focusing correctly.
Very cool. I like that.
But anyway, but those alien, that Frenzy alien is definitely a nod to the John Carter of Mars, green-skinned Barsoomians. Barsoom, by the way, is the actual name that the Martians actually call the planet of Mars, Barsoom. So anyway,
Push my glasses up, boy.
Or the 8-legged pig dog thing.
I like me some Edgar Rice Burroughs. I'm just saying. I did add my second. I got a figure in today out of a Bricklink seller. I did add my second Life on Mars set, so we have an alien or a human astronaut to add to it.
Oh, did you want some of those, dude? I got those in like droves.
It was just I was ordering other stuff. I got in like 6 Bricklink orders today for various things. I have this tub is full of all the parts that will be my Friendship Timbers build. That hopefully the parts will arrive before the end of September. Otherwise, I would
one of my grandma's fancy salad bowls. I don't.
Well, this is the double salad bowl. This is more of the casserole take home versus the salad.
Please tell me the ship's going to be named the Cool Whip.
It might be.
The friendly Cool Whip.
You also see that when I take sets apart, or when I'm taking pieces of, or taking stickers off of things, I slap them on the sides of these. So I could probably go through the stack of Cool Whip bowls and pull off so many stickers for random things. But anyway, yeah. So there are there are purple pieces, and that's actually what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting on 2 orders of purple pieces that I don't have, and some. Why stock 11 left wings but only 5 right wings? Why do that?
This election season is really strange.
As a Bricklink seller, let me ask you this question:
It was a rhetorical question. It was
why buy 6 left wings and not buy any right wings? That's why.
Deep questions.
Because some other seller only had left wings. That's why. So anyway, I got that coming. Working on that. I've got a couple of commissions I'm working on that I'm waiting for. I'm waiting on like 2 pieces from 3 different commissions that I need to finish up. And it's killing me because I keep trying to find other things to work on so I can order, so I'm maximizing versus me spending $5 in shipping for 2 pieces. I can't bring myself to do that. So I may wind up having to just scavenge some pieces from my home inventory off of sets that I've already built or done something like that, and then replace those parts so I can get these commissions out the door. I've been working on them for 2 months trying to find the right part. So that'll happen. And then today I also got in some more parts that I am starting to build the arachnoid base.
The big spider.
Big spider. So while we've been sitting here, I went ahead and started this little bit, working on some fun legs. And then what's funny is that as I was putting this together and looking for things that I was missing from what I could get from Atlanta Brick Company, I actually had these.
The green ones.
I don't know. I probably got them from some pickup brick table or something like that, or when I was working for Eric. Stuff. These only came in this set.
Yep.
That's the only set they came in, and I actually already had them and didn't have to go looking for them. So that was bizarre. That was just kind of funny. I did get in this little number today.
Oh, you got your motor. Did it work?
It did not work. It did not work. So unfortunately, I'm going to I watched a YouTube video on somebody taking one of these apart and trying to get it to work again. So I'm going to try it because worst case scenario, I wasted $15 for something that doesn't work anyway. So I might as well take it apart and see if I can make it work. And then what I will probably wind up doing, unfortunately, is I will probably order one from somebody who says that they verified that it's tested versus this one that was the cheapest on Bricklink. And it didn't say, they said not tested. So I should have taken that as not tested, meaning it probably doesn't work. So, but
Was tested, doesn't work.
yeah. But what's interesting is that originally when I saw this in Bricklink, I expected it to be like this. And it's basically a 4x4 or 2x2, excuse me. It's a 2x2. And actually, it doesn't even come with this gray piece on top that you add on. It's just a little tiny motor.
Wow.
And it does have a casing that goes around it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. There is a top and a bottom so that it can hold it in place. And what's interesting is that I got the top and the bottom with it too. But the top was the clips in the back were actually broken. And I don't know if they were broken before the guy shipped them or if they broke in shipping. So I sent him a message saying, hey, worst case scenario, he also still had the cheapest price on that part too. So if I have to order a new motor and one of those, well, so be it. The sad thing is these motors ain't cheap when they've been verified that they work. So that kind of sucks.
Is that for the Explorian flagship? Is that what you're building?
It is for the UFO flagship.
Yes, that's the one that had the LEDs. Yeah.
And,
The fiber optic
LEDs,
cable.
And I actually, while we're talking about LEDs,
the fiber optic, then that weird LED piece.
Mm-hmm.
which requires a little battery cable here. So I'm still missing 4 LEDs, but I did verify that this little jobby does work. So I will do this as a quick share.
Yeah, that was a cool part. I remember getting that set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, and I believe what's supposed to happen is that when the motor connects to the back of this,
it makes them light up in sequence, and it looks like a fancy engine-y thing. It was a really cool feature.
Spins and coolness. So I'm excited. So I mean, I'm doing this for fun, for restoration. It's not going to sell it. So, if I spend a little bit of extra more money on it, it's not like I really care because I'm not going to try and resell it. I'm not trying to recoup something or in that aspect. And it's still a heck of a lot cheaper than if I tried to find one complete. So
the funny thing is, I can remember back in the day that the Lego outlet store here in Atlanta had tons of those. The KB Toy clearance stores, outlet stores, were chock full of UFO. They couldn't give that crap away.
I'm sure.
And they, in fact,
I remember loving them because the helmet looked like the Predator's helmet to me when I was a kid. So I thought it was super cool.
Well, so the insectoid ones were the green domes, but it's these ones. But the ones you're talking about, which I definitely agree with you on, are some of the coolest helmets that Lego has ever done. Are these bad boys?
Yeah,
those guys.
Oh wow,
those helmets are just. I mean, the printing on it even and everything.
The armor, the helmet, the body,
the alien heads underneath printed on trans noggins. They were cool.
Yeah, you flash a black light on these guys, and their eyes will glow, and it's just super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, those aliens were cool, but.
Yeah, I remember using that tiny red motor to make the chin guns on an AT-AT I built reciprocate.
Oh, that's
cool. I think
cool.
I eventually burnt it out.
Yeah, that was a kind of a one-use pony. That was that
Steve, is this your first time watching the show?
Well, the best part, I had it under your face like for 10 minutes and you never saw it. So
I may have my glasses on, but that doesn't mean that I can walk and chew gum at the same time. So
but that UFO series with those 5, there was one the Technic shuttle. Did the Technic shuttle have that in there too? There was one other set that did that fiber optic thing, and I want to say it was a shuttle. Jeff might remember.
A satellite of some kind, wasn't it?
I'm gonna say yes. I didn't get it, but I knew it had it.
Yeah, but that was one of those things. Is like, this is a little bit of a cool idea, that takes a whole lot of molding and making, and that was what was destroying Lego in the late 90s. And
Yeah. Well, I mean, because we joked and we talked about these monstrosity of a noisemaker that
All of
you
those
know.
noisemakers, they had the space line, had the rocket boosters,
Yeah.
and then those had those, and yeah.
And I will say these are pretty neat. They're pretty cool, but again, it's not very Lego-y in essence.
it's a
But
one-shot deal.
yeah.
Yeah. Always felt more like G.I. Joe or something to me, less like Lego.
Well, I mean, they were probably competing with that at the time anyway, so go figure.
Yeah, but awful stuff.
Yeah, all the stuff.
I the going to KB and getting those. I remember in that era though, they did was it the Shell gas stations where you could get the little mini sets in the Shell gas stations, and one of them was a UFO guy, and he did not have printing on
His
helmet.
is the solid black helmet, which and I actually have that set down in the basement already. So but except for it came with a little sticker that I don't know what the sticker's for, and that's not included in what I have. So I have it on, and I found it. I probably can order it from somebody for like 5 cents or something like that. Crazy things. So
Isn't it slightly magnetic, and you can pick it up with a magnet?
Is it?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah, I think it's slightly magnetic, and you pick it up with the magnet.
Other ones where you push your thumb down on it, and it would light up like a moon.
Change.
Yep.
Change color. Yeah.
The heat change, which was also a ripoff of Transformers because they were doing that with their stickers.
Yeah. I found it in the drawer right here.
Yep. Actually, I think I've got a few right here.
Yeah, those are cool. The little magnet stickers, I thought it was kind of a cheap out to put those magnetic stickers on the crystals for Insectoids, but then I'm like, well, that's actually pretty kind of cool, and probably killed a child or two because they eat that and it's like metallic and.
Well, no, what happens is if you swallow that and then another magnet later, and now you've got two different magnets in your system.
Mega actually had to. That's why actually Mega had an incident where they were sued over that. A kid got very sick or passed away, and that's quite unfortunate. But Lego then just dumped all of their magnets. So
Swallowing the two magnets is how were MRIs of our days.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they enclose the magnets in the couplers now.
Yep.
Yep.
And also why if they do a magnet, it's a big freaking
doo-doo. You said doo-doo.
I did say doo-doo.
It's in a big brick.
Ooh.
Big brick. I'm sure. Oh, wait. You know what? I know we're over time, but I just got to talk about this for 2 seconds. I shared with you guys the knockoff Galaxy Explorer last week, and then I shared it on one of the Facebook groups, and oh my gosh, there were a few backlash people who were very upset with me because how could I be supporting these thieves by buying this set and sharing it with people? Who knew?
I was thinking the same thing, you bastard.
Yeah,
I know, right? I mean,
what did you buy?
I mean, this guy was questioning how could I sleep at night. I mean, knowing that I was, elevating these thieves and promoting their work and glorifying them when everything I said was don't buy it.
Yeah, the best part is that you bought a $7 version of that set, which is throwaway money almost, and it's a copy of a $30 fake Lego. So it's a copy of a fake Lego set. So that usually runs $30. You got it for $7.99. So you're ripping off somebody ripping off. So
And then actually, I think I even had somebody send me where they found it where it was listed full price at $70.
What?
Yeah. Jeez. But I'm the bad guy because I shared it with people and I spent money on it. And oh my, the horrors that I had to endure because of this feeling and emotion.
So I will say this. I am a member of some modular forums, and I have seen repeatedly people who will buy the knockoff sets come on and talk them up and they're not telling people not to buy them. And I think it's a form of advertising, frankly, for these companies. And I think that it's done on purpose. And I think that if that person who got all mad, they may have had a similar experience where they see people who say like, oh, I'm just going to talk about this thing. I'm not
Right.
I have seen it enough times on some of the other sets that I am suspicious that it actually is a backdoor form of advertising. And they'll be like, oh, it's just as good as Lego and it's a lot cheaper. I mean, they're literally like advocating for the knockoffs. And
We're-
so
which I could see if somebody was doing that, calling them out for it, absolutely. But when you have somebody who repeatedly tells you, no, I'm telling people not to buy it. Oh yeah, no, you really are. You're telling them to buy it. I'm like, what?
Please don't buy this.
it could be
I
that they
wasted
just-
my money so you didn't have to.
It could be that they think that the stealth advertising scheme has just gotten more sophisticated. Now they're saying don't buy it, but secretly they want you to buy it.
I
Reverse
guess
psychology marketing.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's the whole, reverse psychology.
The messers become the messy. That's
Don't buy it, but it's only $7. Seven.
Yeah, I mean, and I shouldn't have pointed out how cheap it was. That
I
was
think
that
that's
was a
probably what
horrible
sets
thing for me
Did
to
you
do.
provide the link where they could get it?
No, I did not.
Don't click on this
Well, there
link.
you are then.
Don't
Use my
click on
promo
the link.
code.
Promoting it.
Don't
Here's my
click on the
promo
link.
code for my Amazon wish list.
Don't click the link and don't use my promo code.
Do you want to save 5% more?
Here's my affiliate link. Please don't click it. And
And I feel bad I showed those two knockoff brickheads now.
Wow.
Here Here I am promoting, what is it? You
And
wouldn't,
the funny thing was,
wouldn't
is
download a
even-
car.
And the funny thing is that like somebody was like, well, how can you?
My knockoff
how can you-
blower.
Oh, that Plorg is freaking awesome though. How can you talk about something that was obviously ripped off from some people's sets? I'm like, and that's why I'm telling you, because I want you to go buy the instructions from the person who actually designed the set as opposed to this knockoff company. Nope, you're still
Yeah.
already the thieves.
Yeah, the number of rebrickable sets that you can buy from AliExpress is
Yep.
alarming and tragic.
And realistically, I didn't know a lot of this, and I bought the set because I was curious to see how the quality was, what it was, share my information with others, and I instantly became the bad guy to somebody. It's so very strange, so very bizarre. I don't know.
it is.
I thought we
So that's
knew-
my
Bad,
party
bad
comment.
thing.
thought we
Welcome
knew
to
you.
purity culture on the internet.
I mean, I'm a purist, but I'm the one that showed it to you. Well, it was more of a dare. I'm like, if I show this to Dana, he's gonna buy this. Watch this.
It worked. The reverse psychology worked. Look at this piece of crap.
It was $7 or $8.
$7.
It was
I mean,
$7. I was like, how could I not buy? I will waste money on a drink at Starbucks for more than this.
Giddens, how much was your finder's fee for getting Data to buy that from the Chinese company?
$70.
Residual
Well, let's-
kickbacks are you getting from K18 or K12?
let's
or
just say some of my past was erased from. Never mind.
Going off the grid.
That's right.
I tell you.
Oh, man.
Kids on the internet.
Kids on the internet. All right. Well, it's been a great show. It's about time for us to go. I thank you, everybody, for being here today. For hanging out with us. We hadn't had a full room in a while, so that was great. Great conversation from friends and over there in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. Be awesome. Build awesome. Be kind to your neighbor.